Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Megan, and I'm here to lead you in a guided Immanuel connection through gratitude and appreciation. So settle in, relax, and let's interact with Immanuel. We do this through gratitude and appreciation. And Psalm 100 says, you can pass through his gates, his open gates, with the password of praise. Come right into his presence with thanksgiving. That's how God designed our brains, that when we're in a state of gratitude and appreciation, we are open for connection and open to becoming aware of his presence. So here's the format. We will start with a positive memory and press into details with all of our senses. And I just ask that you'd have no pain or splinters of pain in this memory, because that takes us to the part of the brain that isn't open for connection. We will then feel the appreciation for this memory and share this with Immanuel. And then we'll invite Jesus to show us where he is with you in this memory, and you will interact with him as I feed you a few questions, and I will leave you some space to interact. At any time, if you're struggling, just go back to that appreciation moment and gratitude moment and begin to express your gratitude to Immanuel for this beautiful gift, for this beautiful moment. So let's just take a moment to slow down and take a few deep breaths. You could pray a little heart invitation now to Immanuel for this time. We want to take our time. You can feel yourself sitting on your seat. There is no rush. Just take a moment to settle in. So ask Immanuel for a positive memory or a gratitude moment, or you might already have one in mind, and that's great. So as a memory comes to mind, just take a moment to notice. What was it like to experience that moment? What are you hearing? Take a look around. What are you seeing? What are you feeling in this moment? Any tastes? Just notice anything that comes into your awareness as you're back in this beautiful moment. What does it feel like to be back in this memory? Allow yourself to feel the gratitude and appreciation welling up. And you might want to begin to share your gratitude and appreciation directly with Jesus. And notice what happens when you do, when you share with him. Your brain bonds with whoever you share appreciation with. Thank him for this beautiful moment. continue in that state of gratitude and appreciation. And as you do, you might want to just invite Immanuel. I welcome you to be with me in this memory. Help me to perceive your living presence and notice whatever comes into your awareness. Usually it's the first thing. And how are you perceiving Jesus? Everyone perceives him differently and uniquely, so just notice. Take a moment and notice how it feels to be with Immanuel. If you're struggling at any point, just go back to that gratitude and appreciation moment. How does it feel to be with Jesus in this memory? And what else do you notice, feel, or sense about his presence with you there? Just enjoy his presence with you. So as you're in this place of gratitude and appreciation, aware of the presence of Immanuel, you might want to ask him, Immanuel, how do you feel about being with me in this moment? Just notice anything that comes into your awareness. You might want to ask Jesus, what is one of your favorite things about me, Jesus? And just notice anything that comes into your awareness. Anytime that you're struggling, you just go back to that gratitude moment, enjoying and savoring, and invite him again. Always noticing his presence and noticing how it feels to be in his presence. And finally, you might want to ask him, Jesus, is there anything you have for me today? And just notice anything that comes into your awareness. And you might want to take a moment and give him answers to these questions. How do you feel about being with Jesus? What is one of your favorite things about Jesus? And what do you have for him today? Just take a moment. You might want to just interact with him and ask him questions on your own. Feel free to do so. And if you were not able to connect with Jesus, that's okay. This is a practice. This is a skill. We just practice over and over. It's like riding a bike. So just go back to that appreciation and gratitude moment and savor it with all of your senses. What are you noticing? And if you do have a connection with Jesus, just sit with him and enjoy his presence. Continue to interact. Marinate with him. Soak in his presence. Notice. And I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths as we come back to the present. Feel your feet on the floor and that you're sitting in a chair. How was that for you? I would love to know. One of the things that's important about having these Immanuel connection times is sharing. Sharing has huge value for giving words to what you experienced and for bringing this experience into a full brain, whole brain experience. You only have to share to the level of your comfort. So take a moment. You might even want to jot down the things you heard from Immanuel so that you remember. But I would love to hear how this was for you, so share below in the comments. Thank you so much for being with me. You can come back to this practice anytime. I'm really grateful to share with you. Take care.